Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be doing our first spicy video ever since we reached a legend rank. And what spice is that? Well, we're going to be using Shadow Machamp and Lucario as well as Talonflame. So we got two fighters here, one of which is going to be weak to fighting itself, that Lucario, and then Shadow Machamp is just, crazy damage. So this team is also going to be running into quite a few situations in where we're going to have to really dance around it. One, for instance, is going to be this Jellicent here. Another is going to be, well, what happens if you run into a double charm? I got all your answers here, folks. Take a look at this battle. We're going to run into a double charm. We're going to see how we're going to handle it. This team does work quite nicely. Now, if you also notice on the Lucario, we don't have Power Up Punch. We have Close Combat and Shadow Ball. What's the reason for that? Honestly, I just wanted to go with something so weird and wacky that people would just simply not expect me to have that moveset as well as this team altogether and just take it by surprise, basically. Maybe could have pulled off a few extra wins with the Power Punch, helping me get shields and just vamp up my counter in general, but nonetheless, we're going to have a little fun. Also, there's a little problem with close combat is the fact that you're going to be dramatically lowering your defense, which could be very problematic. So with that said, let's get into some of these battles here and see some bad situations, good situations that we can potentially work out of. So let's get into it. Up against another Machamp, or got the mirror going here. All right, so it looks pretty even as we both got into the yellow. A little bit of lag there. We did win CMP last time, so I'm assuming I just simply have higher attack. They're letting it go through and bringing in an Empoleon. They're thinking, okay, we're going to take down their fighter. There's no more fighter to deal with. Well, unfortunately, you have the Lucario here to deal with, and we're using our last shield. So this is where Power Up Punch would have came in handy. They're swapping into an Abomasnow. We're going to go ahead and go for the close combat here. Check it out what happens. And they go ahead and they back out. So we're taking the win there. Two fighters did good for us. That Jellicent was a lot of trouble. We do have to work around that, seeing that Power Up Punch, or I mean not Power Up Punch, fighting and fire is not very effective, and that's primarily what we have. We have the Shadow Ball, we have Rock Slide, we have Brave Bird, so we have those covered. Up against an Ampharos here. It's not Shadow, just a regular one. It's going to be doing a pretty good amount of damage. Really slow to register for that damage with the Volt Switches. And then also trying to get in that charge move after you do use those. It's pretty nice with the Machamp because we're just going to be able to just continuously spam. Maybe was able to farm down there, so I don't think that was necessary. Although I think they were right on the cusp of getting that Thunder Punch off. So they're bringing in a Venusaur. We're going to easily let this go down because we do have a Talonflame back here. They're going to be swapping into a Machamp. And, so yeah, this is not a great situation. Since we have such a good matchup with Venusaur, that's okay. Lucario's just going to have to go down for the team right now. Do that little bit of damage, have them use their energy. Talonflame's going to come in here. We're simply going to shield up this Machamp. And if they bait us here, it is what it is. Hopefully we're going to be able to incinerate them down. They are baiting us. And please tell me we get them. All right, beautiful. In comes the Venusaur. Just going to go for that right now. And they are shielding it up. But we have vamped up our attack so much, we should be okay. Sludge Bomb is going to be bringing us very low. Let's see how close it is going to be. There goes the Sludge Bomb, and they do back out, or they didn't quite back out. They just stopped attacking, looks like, and we're not even going to have to hit those bubbles, and we take the win. You see, this is what it's all about. These are the kind of teams that I like putting together. If there's somebody who's going to say, well, this and this will take it out quick. Well, yeah, of course. Of course, it's just rising to the occasion of challenging ourselves. It's like when somebody asks me, what do I do in this situation? It's like, well, we'll see. This is the we'll see team. We'll see when it happens. So up against the Surfetch'd here, this is, Surfetch'd hits pretty hard. And is very easy to reach those charge moves. As you can see here, Leaf Blade taking less energy. And there we go. We're not shielding it up. Bringing in the Surfetch'd. Bringing in the Talonflame up against the Surfetch'd. Unfortunately, we're not able to farm down. They're hitting us with a Night Slash. And bringing us to about half health. We are loaded up on energy, which is, the trade-off there. Going to go ahead and go for that Brave Bird. And then swap into Lucario. Let's see what they have in the back. And we already... it's a Snorlax, but we still need to look out for Superpower. We're not in the clear yet. I'm assuming that's what they're going to go for right away. Superpower. So I'm thinking, I don't think I can farm all the way down. If they make it to another Superpower, it's not going to be good. So we're just going to go ahead and take them out. Not the best situation here, but it's okay. We can still work around this. Well, actually, no, we can't. We lose. Maybe I should have farmed a little bit more. So, yeah. Gonna go ahead and go for that Flame Charge. I mean, what else are we gonna do? And they're barely making it to that charge move. taking us out. Good game. Taking the win with that Shadow Lapras up against the two fighters. All right, on to our next opponent. We have somebody right about to reach the legend rank, so let's see if we're going to gatekeep here. They're swapping instantly out of that Talonflame from our Machamp, going into a Clefable, in which we're going to go ahead and bring in our Talonflame here. And we'll see the double charm when it comes along. I don't know if this is it. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I think the double charmer was a legend. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shield up this Psychic just because we want to farm this thing down. We're going to be holding on to a ton of energy once we do come out of this battle here. Fantastic. And we're just going to instantly go for the Flame Charge because they think we're going to go for the Brave Bird, right? So now we're going to go ahead and go Brave Bird, see if we can get 2 shields out of them. Don't think I really want to swap into Lucario, so we're going to go ahead and go into Machamp, seeing that we still have a shield left, and they have a... This is a double charm, or is it Powdered Snow? Let's see. Oh, that's definitely double charm. Okay, so we got the 2 fighters up against the double charm team. Sounds good to me. Gonna go ahead and bring in Lucario because here's the trick. Here's the little fun part. Lucario doesn't necessarily take super effective from charm because it is part steel. All right, but it is still hurting it. Lucario is very squishy. Bringing in that Talonflame, going for the Shadow Ball here. Really trying to pull this win off. Swapping into our own Talonflame. Folks, we're taking the win, farming down. So they did have energy. So the reason why they didn't get it off, they knew they had to reach 2 because we still had a shield. All right, we have a Jellicent lead. This is great. Let's see how we play out of this one here. This is probably one of the worst leads that we can get. I mean, it can get worse, I'm sure, but this is absolutely horrible because we have 2 fighters and a fire. So this, yeah. Swapping into Jellicent as a desperation move, and they're probably like thinking, did he miss swap? Ha, I got poke. He messed up. No, I didn't mess up, but you probably do got me. Okay, so continuing on, getting a shield out of them. Letting this go through foolishly. And I'm thinking, oh, I can get to another Brave Bird. No, should have shielded that. Bringing in Machamp here. Going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide. And no shield. Okay, yeah, definitely don't need to shield that up. Expecting another Bubble Beam, so I'm going to put all my hope into Lucario, folks. We're getting another Bubble Beam, calling all of them. They're just playing, having a good old time, laughing over there like, this team is absolutely wild. I wonder what's the third Pokemon. Taking out the Jellicent. If they had that in the front, there must be something weak in the back to fighting. They had something. Okay, so there's the next Pokemon reveal, which is going to be the Alolan Ninetales. We're taking not very effective damage from the Ice because of the Steel typing. And they looks like they stood there for a second like, how dare they not shield that? All right, so we're going to go ahead and go Shadow Ball because we don't want to quite lower our defense. And they have a Ferrothorn in the back. Lucario is just going to run through all of this here, going for another one as to not lower our defense. All right, we still have 2 shields, so we're looking pretty good here. Going to simply shield this Mirror Shot up. And farming them down, in comes their Ninetales. We simply swap into our Machamp just to take this Weather Ball because it can get kind of spammy. And then we're going to get them to back out right when they reach about 2 HP with that Alolan Ninetales. Awesome. On to our next opponent. What are we going to be met with? We're leading with Shadow Machamp the entire time. Another Talonflame here. Now this is actually kind of okay for the Machamp as long as you play the bait game right. Going for the Rock Slide instantly, probably not the best move, all right? But, you know, most of the time people are baiting, so they had to make that call there, and we unfortunately got a shield. So they're getting the Flame Charge off. We're going to go for the Cross Chop bait this time. Go figure, they'll probably let it go through, and they do. All right, well called. Calling them correctly, I guess. Going to go ahead and use 2 shields on our Machamp, unfortunately. Getting to the Cross Chop, which is actually going to do decent damage for what it does have on its health here, so taking it out. Bringing in that Venusaur, we have no shields. That's perfectly fine. What we're going to have to do is not swap. Just let them take us out, let them farm us down. Otherwise, we're going to get locked. We need to line everything up. Bringing in Talonflame, go ahead and hit us with Sludge Bomb. I don't care. That's right. And swapping in, you have a Dragonite back there. Okay, this is a little troublesome. So this is going to be a Dragon Claw. Not very effective, but it's Shadow Dragonite, still hurting me quite a bit. Shadow Ball, how much is this going to do? Or they're going to shield it up. Yeah, what am I thinking? So they're getting off their energy here, which is pretty awesome. I'm glad they did that. So there goes a Dragon Claw. Bringing in Talonflame, going for the Brave Bird here. But that Venusaur, I don't know. If it's going to be able to get to a Sludge, it's over. Nope, a Frenzy Plant's going to do it in right here. And we're taking a loss. Okay, well, Wanted to show you the losses too, because this team was definitely not easy to use. And I don't want anybody thinking that, you know, picking this team is going to yield them a bunch of wins. This team is for fun, for spiciness, and just to see if I can challenge myself to take the wins. It can pull off wins for sure up against certain Pokemon, but you're going to have a lot of hard times as well. Anyways, we have Talonflame versus Talonflame here. And we're going to let this go, calling the Flame Charge. Nice call. And going to go ahead and go for our own here. All right, bringing them pretty low. I think I may want to shield this up now, just so we can win the swap in case they went for the Brave Bird, farm them down. I swear they had more energy than me, but that's okay. And going to go ahead and just go straight for the Flame Charge here. And they're probably, yep, they're going to let it go through, calling it. So many of these trainers are so good at calling things. Well played. And we're going to go ahead and call this ourselves for a power-up punch, saving ourselves a shield and able to get off the Flame Charge here, which is going to take out the Scrafty. They have a Clefable at the end. Okay, we have a Charm user with 2 shields. Can we pull this off? Folks, can we do this? I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm just thinking, okay, let's just get as many shields. Okay. Because they're obviously going to shield right now. So bringing in the Lucario, I'm thinking there's no way. Get into the... Oh, okay, this is the... Alright, this is a weird one. They think I have 2 of these close combats, so they just let it go. I don't know. I think we would have maybe been able to get in one more counter and then hit the close combat. Would have been crazy close, but hey, sometimes you have just an illusion on your side. They just thought we had 2. Anyways, we're met with a Galvantula for the lead here. This is another not so good one, but we're gonna just play around it here. It's gonna be fun. Let's dance. So they're gonna be doing lunge. Okay, they are down a shield. We're just bringing in Talonflame, doing a ton of damage to them. And I'm thinking, okay, well, they got the bug in the front, which is going to help resist the fighting. Once we get this thing out of the way, hopefully we'll be able to do something, as well as our flyer here. So what you got? Oh, a Jellicent. If we pull this off, it's going to be incredible. So going for a Brave Bird, missing some bubbles, I think, even, too. Gotta love it. Going for another one, putting on the pressure. And we're getting that final shield, swapping into Lucario here. And I'm going to have to call this. I'm going to call a Bubble Beam and shield it. Okay, we got... Yeah, that's just great. So, lowered our attack and bringing in a Ferrothorn here, shieldless. And they're going to be going for a Mirror Shot, so I'm assuming Mirror Shot and Power Whip. We still have a chance to win this, as a matter of fact. So, we're just going to go ahead and build up to the close combat. 2 of those, almost to the Shadow Ball. And they back out right as we reach it. And we take the win again with the Lucario at the end with this moveset, folks. Let's get it. Let's go, even with these... counters, still pulling them off, working around the situation. Anyways, up against the next opponent with a Snorlax. Oh yeah, this is great. Swapping into a Kingdra, we're going to go ahead and bring in Lucario because it is going to be resisting the Dragon Breath. So pretty good situation here. Going to let the Octazooka go through, and of course they get the attack debuff. Man, that's so awesome. So we're going to go for that Shadow Ball, and they're letting it go through, maybe thinking it was a power-up punch. Or maybe because we got the attack debuff. Bringing in this Snorlax. That's a good sign. Is there something else back there weak to fighting? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and bring in our Machamp and start farming. We take them out without them getting off a move. They got a Charmer in the back. Beautiful, we've won. All we got to do is get off this Rock Slide, swap into our Talonflame here. Now you're going to see how overpowered Charm is. We're a level 50 XL Talonflame, which going up against a Charm user, which is not even close to level 50, is still just putting in damage. Going for Psychic, and we're just going to get this Flame Charge off. You know, quite honestly, I wanted to 2-shield this opponent. I don't know who they are, and there's nothing against them. I just wanted to see if I could survive, but I was like, let's not push it to the limit there. Good game. On to our next opponent here. We're met with a Galarian Stunfisk. It's about time. Let's go. They're swapping into a Galvantula, and we're bringing in Lucario. Now, I could have maybe went for Talonflame. Maybe would have worked a little better, but they're going for Discharge here, and we're just going to go for, I don't know, close combat? I don't know. I think I misplayed this here. Should have definitely bring in Talonflame. Even though we're taking super effective, we're dealing it right back, and it's hurting them even more so. So maybe should have just went with that from the get-go. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use a shield, or we're calling it. What? Wow. That's going to help us down the line. Getting off this Flame Charge as soon as we can before they get off another charge move. They lowered our attack, but we just neutralized it. And saving ourselves a shield, bringing in that Galarian Stunfisk, which is an indication that there's something back there that is weak to fire. Potentially, we'll see. So since I have a suspicion that there is something back there that is weak to Talonflame, seeing that they bring this back in, I'm going to double shield. We're going to farm up. We're going to load this thing up and see what's actually back there once and for all. So double shielding and they back out. So yeah, something back there certainly did not want to see the Talonflame. Wonder what it was. Okay, trainers, this is going to be the last battle. And this was the most incredible battle I've had in a long time. Even though I've had all kinds of great battles, this one took the cake. You'll see. It's literally going to come down to the very last second of the battle, of the intensity of this. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, let's go. All right, so here we are. They go for Psychic. We shield it up. We just simply want to farm them down because we did use a shield, and we'll make up with that with the extra energy here, right? Bringing in their Talonflame, we're just going to instantly throw our Brave Bird. I think we go for another one. They double shield. We swap into Machamp. It's going to be a little bit reminiscent of a battle we had a few battles back where they swap into another Charm User here. And that is going to be a Lowland Ninetales. So it's not the same battle. I assure you it's not. So we're going for a Rock Slide. They are shieldless now. They're going to be able to farm us down, which is fine. Since we did have a little bit of energy left, or should I say health left on the Talonflame, I still want to preserve that. Bringing in the Lucario because Weather Ball resisted. Beautiful. And check this out. Here we go. This is going to get stinking so close. They go for Flame Charge. We're taking super effective damage here right now, folks. We're going for Shadow Ball. And I'm thinking, I've lost. I swap into my Talonflame with the Lucario holding on to just an inch. And they get off their charge move. They lower their defense. I go in with Lucario and I counter down. Are you kidding me? Let's get it. Thank you for watching, traders, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.